G'day. So today the video is going to be about the reasons why we decided to change our 2008 Country Coach for a 2018 Dutch Star 4018. I said I'd do an inside walk around and the reasons why we love this floor pan so much. Not necessarily all of the pros and cons, there's quite a few of them actually. The con is the build quality of this is nowhere near the Country Coach. But then again, the Country Coach was $608,000 in 2008. This isn't. I think they're way overpriced for what they are today. A new Dutch Star is up in the 750,000. And comparatively, it's still cheaper than what it was in 2008 for 600,000. But nevertheless, the reasons we changed the coach is because the wife loved the floor plan. And that is the reason why we're going to walk around the coach today and explain to you what we liked about this so much. Okay, let's take a wander inside and hopefully you'll see what we saw when we walked into this coach. It's very elegant. The colour scheme, the dark wood contrasted with the light sofa material that's on the chairs in here. The separate living space, as we've been talking about, that's achieved by having this L-shaped sofa, the separate recliner, and the TV fire cabinet. There's a TV in here which is on a televator. The front two captain's chairs turn around and they have footrests in there that extend out for a more comfortable experience. A lot of people who have the 4018 that I'm reading on forums take the L-shaped sofa out, or if they've ordered it with it or they bought it used, they take it out. The reason being is because this is a bed, but it's not very practical. Now, when my daughter stayed with us in Phoenix, she's 6'1". She can sleep on this very comfortably, and for a single adult, it is very comfortable. Other than that, two young children. But a lot of people take it out because they want the queen size bed that goes in here, hideaway queen size bed. But for us, it's just the two of us mainly with a small dog, and it's very comfortable. It gives us this separation from a living area that goes into the kitchen area. And in the kitchen area, you have this island that pulls out. That again gives you more workspace to add to the kitchen, more usable space. And when you're finished with it, it just goes back in. And that's what we're talking about when we walked into the coach and my wife said it feels more like a home, mini apartment. So this is something we didn't notice at first, but if you look down this wall, what do you see? Do a comparison. Here's the full-length slide out, and you have cupboards that are tucked underneath. And this area here, you can still hit your head on it if you're not careful. If you're 6 foot, 6'1" like myself, you can knock your head on it. When you look at this side, they've done a really neat, what I call a neat trick. You have what would be known as ceiling height cupboards, and it gives the illusion that this is a lot higher. You don't have to duck down to get under the cupboards because you're sitting on the sofa underneath. But here's the trick they've done. When you open up the cupboard, obviously you still have the slide at the same height, and this is the height of the slide. But I'm not worried about that. I like the idea. In fact, I love the idea of what they've done here. It's a really neat trick. It's a visual illusion that you have a lot more space than what you really have. But what it does, it gives a fantastic appearance to the coach. So moving on, that's one of the things we really loved about it. And we couldn't see what the difference was when we first bought this coach. But that was one of the things. These ceiling height cupboards. I know it sounds strange, but if you ever get a chance to walk into a Dutch Star 40 and 18 or anything that's got a similar floor plan, you will, I bet, agree with what we're saying about it. It gives the illusion of more space. So typical sink underneath, hideaway sink. Let's not break that rod. In this coach we got a 3-burner cooker. In the Country Coach we had a 2-burner. It's still gas, which we like. We don't like an all-electric coach. You have plenty of little accent lights around this coach. A little nice feature is that you have these accent lights coming out of the sidewall. Still a full-size fridge. Country coaches originally didn't come with a full-size fridge. Part of modern technology and the way they move forward with these coaches. I put a full-size fridge in the Country Coach, but it was a lot of work. The other thing we loved about this coach, it's a bath and a half. So here we have the half bath. Little bit tight, but again, there's a lot of space in here. And on the 1920 model years, they turned this toilet around. So now it sits straight out from the wall. Gives you a little bit more space. If you're getting older, trying to stand up and sit down in that one, gets a little bit tricky, but it's very doable. And then we come into this separate bedroom, which again is really nice. Full-length mirror. You've got additional closets in this one. You have 2 of these. One either side. And plenty of drawer storage underneath. This is the benefit of having that full-length slide. That full-length slide comes from here and goes right up to the front. And it's a full-length, floor-level, flush floor, which again is really nice. You have pocket doors here, which you can close off the bedroom if anybody's sitting in the front room, like my daughter was when we were down in Phoenix. She flew in from England on a business trip and we met her down there, and she stayed in the front part and we had the back. King size bed, window either side of the bed. There are some Dutch Stars and the New Airs that have the window behind the bed. I'm in 2 minds about that one, but I do like this. The layout, the cupboards above, again the accent lights, king size bed, plenty of storage underneath this bed. So the bed lifts up. There's the extension for the dining table and the other 2 chairs plus cushions and whatever else you put underneath there. You have a TV in here, no Bose soundbar, no sound system. It's just purely the speakers out the TV. Now, compared with the Country Coach, 7.1 surround system in the Country Coach, blew your socks off in the bedroom. It was fantastic. But hey, you know what? We don't watch much TV, let alone much TV when we go to bed. Hi. So let's move into the rear bathroom. Another great reason we decided to buy this coach. Again, behind here, we have a washer and dryer, which is great. I love this emergency exit behind the toilet. Country Coach only had an egress window, emergency window, which, to be honest with you, I think in a panic I may not have got out of, but this one I like. And another reason we bought the coach is because I really wanted a coach with a rear exit. A lot of coaches have engine fires or fires in the coach. I want more than one way to get out of this coach. Apart from climbing out a tiny window there, which I think you'll agree with me, climbing out that head first in the panic, it's going to be pretty dangerous. Let's go back to the bathroom, shall we? Sink, cupboards above. Hey, plenty of storage in this one. Another nice feature of this one, we have a full-length closet. and a safe, which I suppose if you add all the closet space up and drawer space, we've actually probably got more than the Country Coach. Shower, which is still a perfect size shower. You don't have to duck, you don't have to step up into like the Country Coach, and I can step in. I took that out. If you watch other videos I've just posted, I had a water leak from the shower drain. That's an interesting one. If you have a Dutch Star, go and take a look at those two videos. One is for the heating and one is for the water trap drain underneath this. But I took this out. I haven't yet put it in because that was only yesterday and the day before. Haven't got around to putting it back in yet. I need to get the adhesive. Again, another nice pocket door. When I say about the build quality, when we bought the coach, these are little bits of trim that they stick over the medium density fiberboard, which these walls are made of. Again, not the quality of a Country Coach, but this video isn't about that. These were hanging off. I had to glue them back on. The door trim. This door trim is just glued on. That had come off and I had to put that back on. But that's really not such a big deal. And I'm not about, it's got to be solid wood in here. It adds weight to the coach, that's for sure. But I'm all about usability, function. And I think you can agree with me here. I hope you agree with me. This one has got a lot more function. The Country Coach and most coaches, they appear to me just like a corridor with everything either side. But on this one, with that island that comes out, the L-shaped sofa, the separate reclinable chair, this nice little unit with a TV, televator in it, and the fire that gives you additional heat. It pokes out, it's an electric fire. That puts out a lot of heat. It drives a lot better than the Country Coach, in my opinion, with a comfort steer. I don't want to get into an argument with people that have Country Coaches, the high-end ones. They seem to think they steer great. Don't forget, I had a Country Coach for 6 years. I've done a lot of work on the steering and everything in that thing. And it comes with a dump truck steering box. So you're not going to convince me that the old technology is better than this new technology. So this is the reason we bought it. When you look down this coach, it just looks fantastic. So I hope you agree with me and I hope you get some benefit out of this one. If there are any questions that anybody's got that they want to ask, please drop it in the comments and I will get to that. There's another feature in this coach that I actually like. These vents for the AC units, they have magnetic catches on. So I noticed there was a piano hinge and I thought, how does that come off? Here we go. It just opens up. You can get to the filters for what basically a piece of foam, but you can get to them really easy. And there's 3 of those on the coach. Well, there's only 2 AC units on the roof. Here, there's one at the front, and I think that front AC unit provides both air to both of these two, air and cooling, warm air and cooling I should say. And then you have the one in the back, which again is magnetic and you can open it up very easy. There's only 4 magnets holding this thing up. These things, you can see there's 4 of them and they're pretty strong. What else can I say about this coach? Just love the floor pan. Very comfortable, very usable. So I hope this has given you an explanation of why we traded our Country Coach, and perhaps you might think we're not so crazy after all. So hit me up in the comments if you have any questions. As usual, stay tuned and I'll catch you later.